What's going on, everybody? Esri Rozier here. This video is delayed because I had a very busy week. If you're expecting this big, epic rant about our playoff loss in Tampa Bay on Monday night, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it because I don't even have the energy to rant. Honestly, what is there to say? What is there to say about this team that I haven't said in a previous video already? It's the same crap that comes up every week. It's like I'm a broken record. DeAndre Swift. We start this game off running the ball well with DeAndre Swift. They don't use him well for the rest of the game. I've said that numerous times. The tackling was horrendous. I've said that numerous times. The Eagles didn't know how to respond to the blitz. Todd Bowles kept blitzing, and we did not have an answer for it. How many times have I mentioned that in a previous video about how we don't have an answer for the blitz? It is the same stuff every week with this team. They repeat the same things that we talk about, us Eagles content creators. They repeat the same mistakes that we always harp on. This season, this is up there with 1994, the year with Rich Kotite as head coach. The Eagles were 7-2. That included a blowout win against the eventual Super Bowl champion 49ers at Candlestick Park, 40-8. That team started 7-2. Then they ended the year losing 7 straight games to finish 7-9 and miss the playoffs. Now this team, they did make the playoffs, but the fact was they were 10-1, up 2 games for number one seed in the NFC. They get destroyed by the 49ers, and that 49ers game has started a skid where they went 1-5 to end the regular season. And including this playoff game with Tampa Bay, we went 1-6 the end of the year after that 10-1 start. 1-6 after a 10-1 start. We only won one more game, and that game was against the Giants on Christmas. We tried to give that one away, 20-3 at halftime. They pull within two at one point, 20-18. This appeared to be a very promising season when Jalen Hurts ran in for that touchdown to beat the Buffalo Bills in overtime, wearing Kelly Green at home. And then after that, the season just fell apart. I believe these coaches cost us this season. When I look at what happened with this Eagles team, it's the coaching staff. The coaching staff, they were terrible. Brian Johnson, Sean Desai, Matt Patricia. This includes you, Nick Sirianni. I this team, this is an all-time collapse, man. This is a collapse that they're gonna make 30 for 30s about. They're gonna make documentaries about this team in the future. That's how badly they fell apart. The only reason I'm not more angry is that the Cowboys lost the previous day. And in fact, that last video I uploaded, a lot of you Cowboy fans were in the comment section saying, "Oh, the Eagles got destroyed. This aged so badly." Nothing I said in that Green Bay video aged badly at all. Look, you can mock us, but the fact is, the Eagles went on the road and lost to the fourth seed, a division winner. And Baker Mayfield has won a playoff game before. In 2020, Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns, they went to Pittsburgh and they upset the favorite Steelers to win their first playoff win since 1994. Who did you guys lose to? So the Eagles went on the road and lost to a team, a division winner, with a quarterback who had won a playoff game before. And what did the Dallas Cowboys do? They were at home where they were unbeaten. They were 8-0 at home this year, in the regular season at least. And then what happened? You guys lost to Jordan Love and the 7 seed Green Bay Packers. A 7 seed beat you guys. That had never happened before. That had never happened before since the 7 seed was introduced. You lost at home where you were favored, where you had been unbeatable. You hadn't lost a home game since the 2022 season opener. And you lost to freaking Jordan Love, who was basically in his rookie season because he had spent the previous 3 seasons sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love making his first playoff start, and he destroyed you guys. Don't bring up the garbage time heroics. That game was 48-16 with like 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That final score does not do that game justice. 48-32, the game was not that close. And you know it, Cowboy fans. Everybody knows it. You lost to a quarterback making his first playoff start. He torched you. He torched your defense. Dak Prescott throws 2 interceptions in the first half of that game. One of them a pick six to that Savage guy. Cowboy fans, you can't tell me anything. The fact of the matter is, you were at home and you choked, like you guys have done for the past 29 years. You guys are chokers. I expected the Eagles to lose once AJ Brown was ruled out, but the Cowboys, nobody thought that they were going to lose this game. Even I thought you'd get past the wild card round. I thought you were going to beat the Packers. I mean, I knew you'd blow it in the divisional round, but I didn't think the Cowboys were going to get eliminated this early. I thought they'd get past Green Bay. You couldn't even beat my expectations for you, Dallas. But back to the Eagles, like this coaching staff, these coordinators, they have to go. I wouldn't fire Nick Sirianni. I would not fire him. I know a lot of people would disagree with me on that, but the fact of the matter is, his record is very good. He took you to a Super Bowl last year. But these coordinators, they've got to go. They've got to go. Brian Johnson, I don't want to see him as offensive coordinator next year. I don't want to see Sean Desai or Matt Patricia as defensive coordinator next year. I don't know why I had so much faith in Matt Patricia. Like he had a good first game against the Seahawks. The defense played well enough to win that game. But why did I have faith that he would just keep on that steady pace? Like he couldn't even stop Nick Foles in the Super Bowl. Nick Foles shredded Matt Patricia's defense in Super Bowl 52. I put way too much faith in Matt Patricia. I did. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else to say. Like the Buccaneers, they destroy us in the playoffs for the second time in 3 seasons. The game in 2021 playoffs where we were down 31-0, rallied in garbage time to make it 31-15. Like I was saying with the Cowboys Packers game, that final score doesn't do that game justice. We were getting destroyed by the Buccaneers. I do not like the Buccaneers. They're just like the Seahawks. They're just like the Seahawks. They have always tormented the Eagles. In 1979, who did they get their first playoff win against? Their first ever playoff win against the Eagles. In 2002, the worst loss in Eagles franchise history. Final game at Veterans Stadium, 2002 NFC Championship. The Buccaneers come in, cold weather. Everybody's saying that the Buccaneers can't play in the cold. The Buccaneers can't play in the cold. The Eagles are going to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to send off the vet with an NFC Championship title. And what happens? We get destroyed by the Buccaneers. Rondé Barber has that pick six. 2003, we open up Lincoln Financial Field. The first game at Lincoln Financial Field. What happens? The Buccaneers come in. They beat us 17-0. 2015, Doug Martin, the running back, has 235 yards in Philly, which is a record for running backs in their rushing yards at that stadium. He set the record for rushing yards at Lincoln Financial Field. Our first loss after the Super Bowl. We got torched by Ryan Fitzpatrick and Deshaun Jackson. It's like the Buccaneers have always tormented us. The first time I went to a game that the Eagles lost in Philly at Lincoln Financial Field, it was against the Buccaneers. Thursday night football, 2021, Tom Brady. It's like we can't do crap against the Buccaneers. We beat them earlier this year, a very rare triumph for the Eagles against the Buccaneers. It's like that team owns us. They're just like the Seahawks. They are just like the Seahawks. But man, this team 10-1 to 11-7, like that's horrendous, man. There's nothing else to say. But take care, everybody, and go Birds.